Today's Speed Channel telecast is not brought to you in part by grilled guinea pigs. Yes, it's a thing. Take a look at this top 10. William Byron with a surprise pole over Denny Hamlin, Daniel Suarez, Alex Bowman, Clint Bowyer, Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Eric Jones, Austin Dillon, and a complete upset in 10th spot with Matt Tifft for Front Row Motorsports. Speaking of which, has Front Row Motorsports ever gotten one of their cars on the front row?
Drivers, start your engine!
Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s car already has smoke billowing out of it. Stenhouse is already out of the race. Green flag is out at Texas, with William Byron getting a huge jump over Denny Hamlin as they lead off into turn 1. Daniel Suarez now up to second, with 3 Stewart-Haas cars lined up on the inside line. Suarez looking a little bit low. Now 3 wide for second, 3 wide for first now, as Byron gets shuffled out. And Daniel Suarez is going to lead lap 1. Byron already has fallen to 6th spot. Bowyer challenging on the high side of Suarez. Got a really good turn 3. 4, he's going to clear his teammate. Denny Hamlin now going up to second. Suarez still fighting for that position on the outside line as they go into turn 3. And Hamlin clears him. A little bit of a gaggle of cars between positions 4 and 7. Brad Keselowski's gotten in the outside wall with the 21 car. 2 car trying to bump draft almost the 21 mid-corner. Pushes him into the outside wall and ends up in the fence as well. As they race back to the line, it's a 2-car battle. Now 3 cars. And Denny Hamlin will race back to the line as the leader. First car of pit road, Denny Hamlin, with Clint Bowyer, Eric Almirola, and Kurt Busch. And the 22 car has now had a mechanical failure. This race could not be worse for Team Penske. Now Logano's out of it. The 21 car and 2 wrecked with each other, and the 12 car is slow for almost no reason. Currently runs in 34th position. So terrible day for Penske. And we are back green in stage 1. Currently lap 18. 10 car of Almirola got slight damage pulling off pit road. And Clint Bowyer is trying to look under the 11. Going for the lead down the back straightaway. They got a drag race going on. And Bowyer gets it. 11 goes slightly wide. Allows the 1 and 4 to get onto the inside line. Clint Bowyer led that lap. And now Kurt Busch going for the lead. Busch has got it for now. Harvick looking low on the 1 car. Got a slight run as they go down the back straightaway. A 7-car battle for the lead right now. Kurt Busch led at the line. Now Harvick has cleared the 1 car to take the lead. Contact, the 1 car's around. Huge mess in the tri-oval. Oh my goodness. A lot of cars upside down. Really, only 4 cars got out of that unscathed. Kevin Harvick, Daniel Suarez, Clint Bowyer, and the 48 car are the only ones to go out with 0 damage. Look at this absolute mess that developed. 20 car gets into the 41 slightly and just produces a complete chain reaction. 20 car gets almost upside down. This is another, I guess you could call them bumper car crashes. There must have been at least 5 cars go upside down, including the 99 car of Derek Cope. 31, 52, and 9 cars all went upside down. And a massive accident, leaving only a few cars still running. And in an instant, this race has now become a race of attrition. At this point, really, it's just who cannot crash of the remaining cars. Look at this. Of the 40 cars that started this race, only 22 are still running after that crash on lap 24. This is probably one of the best shots Jimmie Johnson has had at winning a race since the Roval last season. So he's in pretty good position considering he doesn't have a scratch on his car. Green flag is back out for only 6 to go in stage 1. Bowyer already looking low on his teammate Harvick to get the lead. Now Clint Bowyer, the leader, over Kyle Busch in second and Jimmie Johnson in third. So in one lap, Harvick fell 3 positions. Jimmie Johnson is right up on the back bumper of the 14, looking low down the back straightaway. Johnson dove it into turn 1. Slipped up a little bit on exit. 1 to go. Harvick's got a bit of a run on the inside down the back straightaway. Johnson went slightly wide. And at the line, it's going to be Jimmie Johnson to win stage 1. And the race off pit road has been won by Jimmie Johnson over Kevin Harvick. And I believe that is Daniel Suarez with no, it's Ryan Newman with no front end on his car. Harvick looking under the 48 car as they exit turn 2. Got a slight run as they dive off into 3. 4 car pulls ahead slightly. And Kevin Harvick will lead lap 38. Clint Bowyer now taking the lead over his teammate, with Jimmie Johnson behind him. Johnson going for the lead over Clint Bowyer on lap 40. Johnson just now edging ahead of the 14 car on the front straightaway and will lead lap 40. Bowyer looking under the 48 car as they exit turn 4. Diving into 1. Bowyer retakes the lead. Remember, Jones is the one who triggered that massive accident shortly before the end of stage 1 that took out about 90% of the field, as Jimmie Johnson's retaking the lead over Clint Bowyer. As you saw at the edge of the screen, there is now lap cars in the picture. They are stuck in 3rd gear. And they completely blocked the 4 car. Clint Bowyer now once again going low on the 48. Boyer has now retaken the lead. There might have been a little bit of a shove entering turn 3. Door to door, and the 14 will lead lap 54. 48 car is going to dive it into 1 and retake the lead. Only 10 laps to go now in stage 2. Top 2 cars have put a 4-second gap over third. And Boyer retook it through 1 and 2. And the 14 car is pitting before the stage end, and Jimmy Johnson will stay out. Only 2 to go. And Jimmy Johnson is pitting this time by. Suarez is following him in with Denny Hamlin. Only 1 to go in stage 2. The only car to stay out is Eric Jones. So Eric Jones, off of turn 4, has now won stage 2. So we're now going to restart with only 8 cars on the lead lap and only 6 cars lined up directly behind the leader. And we are green for the final stage at Texas. Jimmy Johnson trying to go for the lead on Eric Jones. Jones has been split 3 wide. 3 wide for second. Now Suarez going for the lead over Jimmy Johnson. Oh, and almost trouble. Once again, the 20 car in the middle of it. Jimmy Johnson now back out front over Daniel Suarez and Kevin Harvick. Well, trouble. 20 car has an emergency issue. Drove straight through the grass off the racetrack to get into his pit stall. Remember what I said about Matt Tifft qualifying 10th? Guess what? He's running in 9th spot. Currently in front of Martin Truex Jr. 4 car right on the back bumper of the 48. Harvick now going low. Got the preferred line going into 1. Cleared him. Kevin Harvick now the leader at Texas. Suarez, whoa, issue on the 41 car. I believe it's a tire down. That means that a caution is out for debris on the racetrack. 14 car of Clint Boyer leads us back to the line over his teammate, Kevin Harvick. First car off. 14 of Clint Boyer over the 4, 48, and 11. We now only have 4 cars in contention to win this race. The ARCA brakes at the beginning led to an ARCA race in the end. We are back green in stage 3. Kevin Harvick lunging towards the top spot. Got a fantastic launch on that restart. Oh boy, almost going 4 wide. .48 has pulled right up onto the back bumper of the 4. Almost an incident between the 2 and 36. By the way, Matt Tifft currently running in 8th spot. So, thank you, editor. Johnson now going low. Got a bit of a run, but Harvick recovered on the outside line. There's now only 4 cars on the lead lap, and all 4 of them are within 1 second of each other. Boyer got a great drive through 1 and 2 to get onto the rear bumper, and now the quarter panel of the 4 car. Almost 3 wide for the lead. 8 car really slowed up the 14. And it's going to force Jimmy Johnson to ride behind a slow car for all of turns 1 and 2. And it appears that Jimmy Johnson is not smart enough to pass cars that are slower than him. But neither is Boyer. Or Harvick. As Clint Boyer retains the lead off of turn 2, using that slow car as a pick for his teammate. Now only 35 laps to go. Using slow cars to his advantage, Clint Boyer has now put a 2-second gap over Dennis Hamlin and a 3.5-second gap over Jimmy Johnson in 4th spot. And there is oil on the racetrack that has been left by the 24 car of William Byron. Clint Boyer will lead us back to the caution. And the first car off pit road is going to be the 14 above the 4 and 48. Clint Boyer has an issue. He's coming down pit road again. How much of a race of attrition has this been? They're about to go green next time by. And the guy who dominated more than half this race has a flat tire as the leader under caution. He got that repaired, and he will only be in 4th spot. So it's really not that bad, but still, that's a big difference compared to the lead. We are back green in Texas. Top 4 cars have got a significantly large separation over the lappers, with the 48 going low. Jimmy Johnson now back in the lead. And on the first lap after the restart, Clint Boyer already up to 2nd. Talk about a fast rally. I don't think I've ever seen any faster. Lap car of Hemrick. Now in the picture, and it will block both of the leaders at once. And let the 14 by. Clint Boyer now out to the lead. Once again, lap traffic blocking both leaders. This time, Harvick goes on the inside, 3 wide for the lead. And Harvick is going to get it going into 1. He clears the 48. Jimmy Johnson on the outside, going to a crossover down to the low side to take the lead. He has now cleared the 4 car. They're going 3 wide for 2nd. Boyer now taking the spot. They are bumper to bumper. Two orange slow cars in front of him of Newman and Suarez. Going 3 wide on the bottom goes Johnson. To take them both in 1 move. 5 to go. Boyer going low on Johnson. And he's going to be able to clear Johnson as they exit turn 4. '14 gets boxed in by lap cars. Truex on the pit road. Johnson going to the bottom. And has retaken the lead over Boyer. Only 2 to go in Texas. Johnson with now a 7/10 lead. White flag. Johnson now has a comfortable 1.5 second gap over second spot. Gets by Hemrick fine. And the glass slipper fits. For the first time since 2017, Jimmy Johnson will win a cup race. Would you believe it? Finally done it. And here is the official top 10. Jimmy Johnson surprisingly wins over Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick, Dennis Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Ty Dillon, and Austin Dillon. Ryan Preece somehow gets a top 10, and Ryan Newman. Here's the regular season standings. Kevin Harvick still extending his lead over Ryan Newman, now 25 points above. Austin Dillon still third in points. Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher have both moved up 1 position. Not much has changed in the playoff standings other than Jimmy Johnson's win, which has skyrocketed him from 20th in points all the way up to 5th and locked in to the playoffs. Next race is in Thunder Valley, Bristol, Tennessee, for the Food City 500. Catch it right here on Speed.